Boy, do you know a film is bad when you can watch it and have the feeling that it's produced by a specific studio. In this case, MGM Amazon produced this film Mercy. I mean, Amazon does not have a good track record of producing well-made shows and movies. This film had the feeling of, this was like a gimmick movie. Hey, you only have literally 90 minutes, the runtime of our movie, to do X and Z tasks, and we're gonna count each minute. The premise of Mercy is good. It's like a prequel to Minority Report. This film would have been how we would have gotten to Minority Report, where before you even commit the murder, we already figured out and put you on trial and locked you up. This film felt like it was going to be the first step of going into the direction of Minority Report. That being said, great concept. Execution, horrible. I mean, Chris Pratt is good, but he's kind of stuck in the Star-Lord role. But he does a decent job in this film. But everything that surrounds it, the script is just not good. It's not necessarily bad. This movie feels like a high budget student film. It reminds me of the early 2000 films where it's one location kind of film, a very intimate setting where it's more character driven and the plot kind of revolves around said location. Like Speed took place on a bus because you were hostage to the bus. Phone booth, man walks up to a phone booth and is held hostage in a phone booth. Buried with Ryan Reynolds. He wakes up buried alive and he has to figure out why he's there and how to get out and so forth. And this film kind of feels that way. We start off with Star-Lord waking up and not knowing why he's on trial. Then he finds out that he only has 90 minutes. But the weird thing is that he's shocked by all this, as if he doesn't know about the system when he's the one who championed the system. So there's a lot of things in here that really don't make sense. Like they wrote the script and didn't really play out how things would actually work out in real life. So that annoys me, is the fact that he didn't really know anything and was shocked that he was there, and just the way he acted about being there, the kind of jokes that he was trying to make and stuff, it didn't really fit. Like the pacing was off in this movie. It felt rushed but slow and boring at the same time, mainly due to the repetitiveness of you have one call to make and then you only get so many minutes to make that call, and it's not even a fruitful call. There's not any information that comes out of it, and the supporting actors in here are just no good. Like the second person he gets a call is his partner, and for some reason she's at the scene of the crime walking around. It feels real rushed, that when you have the 90-minute rule, hey, you have 90 minutes to be on trial, you have 90 minutes, that doesn't make sense, especially when you put somebody in a situation to where they wake up and don't know where they are, and then put them on a timer. Like, you can get off on technicality, like, hey, I was under duress, I didn't make the proper statement, so yeah, I can't make a good defense. That doesn't make sense to put the average person on a 90-minute timer. Now, had you made it like, hey, you got 3 days, you get to have time with your lawyers and stuff like this, and made it more of like a crime thriller like that, or at least made it to where it's believable, and Chris Pratt is placed in there right after the murder, right after being arrested, but fully aware of everything that's going on, then that wouldn't take me out of the movie as much as him just waking up out of a drunken slumber and being put to a trial. That just took me out. And because the script is so boring, they tried to sprinkle in some action here and there, some cutaways with like the found footage handheld that really doesn't work, and it's just like, this is not doing you any favors, especially when, again, the supporting cast is not up to par. They are not up for the task in doing some of these action scenes. I probably checked out like midway of the film. I don't even remember how he cleared himself, because that's like right at the point that I checked out, and I was just kind of like, all right, what's really going on here? It was so stilted that I just couldn't keep track of the nonsense going on, because I'm thinking about how this should actually work and how we wouldn't logically get to a situation where a man can be put into this kind of situation. Like, there was a dumb stat that said, oh yeah, we've only had 18 people go through this program that's been convicted and crime dropped 70% or something like that. And I'm like, 18 people in a year would drop crime by 70%? Like, come on now. That's not even realistic. You should have at least upped the number of that to actually deter people. Like, 18 people got caught in a robbery, they'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. But overall, I give this a 2 out of 5 stars. So at this point, I'm going to spoil a little bit the end of the movie, because I'm sure people won't go see this. This is throw something on as you cook a nice meal for yourself and watch it in the background. And to show you just how bad the movie was, there were like 2 twists of people that was connected to Chris Pratt who had something to do with the death of his wife. One being his partner. Her reason for setting him up was so that the program could continue. And it was just like, what? So the reason you set this person up is to continue this program? That doesn't even make remotely the least bit of sense. You could tell throughout the movie she was holding back something because she kept being argumentative about doing certain things and kind of trying to rush the process along. The reveal and the motivation was just so stupid. But with that being said, let me know in the comments, have you seen this movie? Will you watch it? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.